And the Lakers coming right back. AC Green on the feed from Magic Johnson. And the tempo is up-tempo as we start this game.
Well, when you're on defense for Utah today, you must get out and get the intangible man. And that's our man Green, who can really motor.
Stockton guarded by Magic Johnson. Big height advantage for Magic. And a foul on the fall-away shot by Malone. And an offensive foul has been called against Utah, and it's Malone.
You know, he didn't need to do that, Dick. He pushed off with his right forearm into the chest of the defensive man in order to take a fall-away shot. I think he could have gotten that at any time. I was looking for him to put the ball down on the floor a little bit.
Lakers have been pretty much of a perimeter shooting team lately, and not to the liking of Pat Riley. Byron Scott guarded by Stockton. Basket counts and the foul. Two outstanding guards going at each other, and Stockton commits the foul, and Scott will go to the line.
Well, Byron is having a sensational season. He was off to a great start. He's still scoring at 20 points a game. But in the Milwaukee game, the first game of the trip, he sprained his ankle and only gave them sporadic minutes over 3 or 4 ball games. Now, this definitely was a minus for their ball club because he is in the big three: Magic, Worthy, and Scott.
They're all averaging over 20. Lakers have quickly tied this game at 7 apiece. 9:40 remaining in the first period. Magic got his hands on it. Stockton into Malone. Karl Malone, he is leading the team in scoring and rebounding, second in scoring in the NBA, nearly 30 a game. Scott to Magic Johnson, posting up against Griffith. Open is Worthy in the corner, and we're tied again at 9.
Well, I think through the course of this first quarter, Dick, we're going to see a lot more of Magic Johnson posting up on either side of the lane.
Utah has not missed a shot. They're 4 for 4, and the Lakers have missed only 1 in 5 tries. Steal by Scott, as Malone didn't quite see Scott coming into the picture. Byron Scott missing. Green keeps it alive for the Lakers. What did Pat Riley say? He's the light of our team, the spirit. Had nothing but great things to say about AC Green last night.
Well, they do not evaluate his game by how many points he scores. And that's why I said earlier, he's the intangible man. He does all the dirty work and all the little things that the good teams need.
Griffith has the ball slapped away by Byron Scott. That's 2 good defensive plays by Scott in the last couple of minutes. Worthy didn't have control as he put it up, and the Lakers remain a perimeter shooting team as the Jazz, with the 2-point deficit.
The Jazz must start taking better care of the basketball, Dick. On this trip, they average 23 turnovers a game. This is a primary concern.
Malone puts it up. Good defense by the Lakers, who lead by 2. Jazz getting back defensively. Magic Johnson. And Urban Magic Johnson averaging nearly 24 a game and leading the Lakers in virtually every department.
Jerry Sloan wants a timeout, and if I'm him, I'm concerned because there is no tenacity within the defense right now.
So on Christmas Day, the Lakers lead at 13-9, but I just think we're simmering here. We haven't got started cooking yet. The Lakers defense taking the early lead here, Hubie, in the first period.
Well, we said earlier that the aggressiveness must come about in the Lakers in all the post-up situations. Watch this area here as Karl Malone comes down into a post-up. Now, when Malone comes into the post-up area, we'll see Stockton go into him, and then he will be triple teamed by Jabbar and also by Magic Johnson. Here's your kick out. That shot will be there all day.
John Stockton has 3, Malone has 4, so 7 of the 9 points by the Jazz by their 2 stars. Griffith off the screen, Scott stays with him. Darrell Griffith with a high arcing shot, Magic the rebound. Lakers looking to run. Magic holds the mark that time, and Eaton losing the fight to AC Green, who gets the basket, and that's the kind of hustle Pat Riley's looking for.
He keeps everything alive. That allows them the luxury of Kareem, even if he is slow coming down in the offensive end of the floor. AC is making up for a lot of things on the board.
And another turnover. Lakers lead by 6, trying to stretch their lead to 8. So thus far, the timeout by Jerry Sloan has not reaped any dividends. Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Lakers.
They're trying to free up Scott on the baseline. They ran 3 screens across the baseline for Scott that time.
Thurl Bailey, who is the top scorer in the league coming off the bench at over 20 a game, has replaced Mark Ivaroni, who did his job, and now Bailey has to come in, and it's going to be tough for the Lakers to match up with both Malone and Bailey. Here's Jim Les, who has replaced John Stockton early here.
Well, Jim Les is out of Bradley University and the Continental League, and he's doing a very nice job. They're looking for a little bit more in the perimeter game from him because he has the talent.
Worthy from the top of the key, and the Lakers lead by 8 points. It's the quiet Salt Palace crowd right now. Worthy and Green each with 6 points to lead the Lakers.
Utah must do a better job with this basketball, Dick. Too many turnovers. They're trying to thread the needle rather than make the easy pass.
Malone going in. The difference in Karl Malone's play have been the weight program. You just take a look at him and you know how much he's worked with them. 17-11, Lakers lead nearly halfway through the start of this period. Halfway of the period, and an offensive foul against the Lakers. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, Pat Riley a little exasperated that time. Kareem is very, very excited. He picked up a technical foul from Bruce Alexander. Pat being very stoic here. They set a double screen on the baseline that time for Scott, and it was Kareem and A.C. Green. I thought that A.C. Green might have been the one that caused the contact that time.
So the technical foul will be taken by Thurl Bailey. He's been an 83% shooter from the line and the leading free throw shooter for the Jazz. Cuts the Laker lead to 5. So one of the rare technical fouls picked up by 41-year-old Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So Jim Les bringing the ball up.
See, in the first game played in Los Angeles, Karl Malone was held to 15 points. Jerry Sloan is determined to get Karl off early and big.
Thurl Bailey. Bailey can beat you outside and inside, and it's a 17-14 game.
See, with Bailey at the top of the circle and Malone down in the low post, they have a high-low game.
Halfway through the opening period, Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown. And Mark Eaton fouls Kareem.
Here we have on your picture Malone coming down off of a back screen down into the low post area. Now, when they go back to Thurl Bailey, he is a major threat from the top. He can hit that jump shot.
Magic Johnson out to Worthy. He's been hot from outside and continues so. 8 points for James Worthy. He's 4 for 5 from the field, and the Lakers lead by 5.
Here comes that same set.
Are you surprised that Stockton came out of the game early?
Yes, I am.
Les has not been the most effective guy at backing him up. Malone on the feed inside scores again, and they're going heavily to Malone, who has 8 points. And the Laker lead cut to 3. Lakers still working a perimeter offense. Now they go to Kareem. Worthy has missed just 1 shot in 6 tries and has 10 points.
See what I like about the Lakers so far, in any double team in the post area, they're kicking the ball out right away, getting the uncontested open jump shot.
Nothing different about the Utah offense. Malone didn't have control, and the follow-up is good. Every play starts from the same place for the Jazz, and it all ends up basically to the same guy, Malone.
I'll tell you, he's been making some great catches down in there, Dick. And then once he gets it, he's so strong across the back that he's taking people to the glass.
Worthy missing. Out of bounds, it's still Lakers ball. So on one side, it's Malone inside. On the Lakers offense, it's been James Worthy outside.
I think a surprising thing, Nick, has been the lack of defensive rebounding by Utah. You know, this is a club that has 12 players, 7 of them over 6'9".
Michael Thompson, who is the backup to Kareem, has replaced A.C. Green. So Abdul-Jabbar and Michael Thompson in the lineup at the same time. Scott misses short. Eaton the rebound. Eaton has not been a factor thus far. Griffith going strong to the hoop. Fine play by Gerald Griffith. He's been in there for Bob Hansen, who is recovering from a broken hand, and he gives him a lot of scoring punch at that guard position.
See, they're still honoring Kareem. He's being double teamed. They call a travel that time on Kareem. No basket. I think he has surprised Eaton twice on 2 catches by going to the middle and also going to the baseline on him. He is not looking for the hook. But remember, the elbow, chronic problem, the right arm.
Les looking inside, throws the ball away. Every Utah offensive set has started from on the top in the lower part of your picture on the left, and either they're going to Bailey or Karl Malone. No secrets for Utah. Lakers by 1, under 4 minutes to go in the first period. Kareem trying to set a screen, and Darrell Griffith fouled Magic as he went to the hoop.
On this road trip, Pat Riley was very good. So here we have Darrell Griffith out, and we have Hansen coming in. And like Dick said, he's missed 20 games so far with the broken left hand. The Lakers have been shooting too quick. Pat Riley wants them to continue to movement and reverse the floor, and that's what we're seeing in this first half.
Wide open, Byron Scott, no one near him. And that's the kind of reversal you're talking about, and the Lakers lead by 3.
See, they're making the defense. They're penalizing the defensive for all the double and triple teaming.
Once again, you're looking at Jim Les starting every offensive set. Guarded by Magic Johnson. Malone posting up against Michael Thompson. 8 on the shot clock. Hansen gets it to Eaton, and his first shot of the game. You wonder why he couldn't do that all the time.
I tell you, when he steps in on that dotted line in the lane, there's nothing you can do about it. Because he's shooting down on the basket, Dick.
7 feet 4 inches. Kareem inside on Eaton. And Eaton becoming more of a force now on both ends for the Jazz, who can take the lead. Avi Hansen gives them the lead. And that's what they missed with Hansen out of there with the broken wrist, because he is a tough, hard-nosed guard in the mold of Jerry Sloan, the coach. Timeout with 2:47 to go in the first period. As leading by 1 right now, let's go to Pat O'Brien with one of the popular figures up here. Pat?
And for the first time that I've seen, he's sitting in the stands. Frank Layden, who made headlines all across the country a couple of weeks ago when you resigned. A lot of speculation, Frank, that you're sick, that the fans were on you. What's going on? Why did you quit?
To tell you the truth, the opportunity presented itself, Pat. I've been on the bench for 33 years, and I always said, and I think it's true of most athletes or coaches, is you've got to know when to quit. And my management gave me the opportunity to stay in basketball outside of coaching. So I looked to be in basketball for a long time, but in a less pressure position, right here in this seat next to my lovely wife, Barbara.
Merry Christmas, Frank. Let's go back to dinner.
All right. Thank you very much, Pat. Lakers ball, guy you know for a long time.
Well, when the franchise moved here from the Jazz, they're at rock bottom. The man built the franchise, made some very difficult decisions, but people who've known Frank a long time realize he's a giant as a Unitarian. It's what he does away from the court.
Scott missed from the baseline. Orlando Woolridge in the game for the Lakers. New man on the club this year. Great pass. Malone to Thurl Bailey. Came off the rim, and here comes L.A.
Tough shot that time. The defense rotated and changed it.
Scott. Air ball. Thurl Bailey in the hands of Hansen. Filling the lane is Malone, but he got a low pass from Hansen and is fouled by Worthy, so it could work out for the Jazz anyway.
4-on-1 that time. Bad pass by Hansen, but Hansen's trying to get his body back in shape. Plus, we know he had to go to his left that time, put the major juice on with that left hand. You know, that's the hand which has been broken. Game conditions. You can ride a bike all you want and do all your exercises and running, but it's not game time, pressure time playing.
Here's Karl Malone, who has 10 points. He and Worthy are the high scorers in the game. Now Malone with 11. Michael Cooper enters the game replacing Magic Johnson. So Magic gets a breather and goes out having scored 2 points.
Karl Malone is leading this league, like Dick said earlier, getting 9 points a game on the line. The second to that is Charles Barkley at 8 and Michael Jordan with 8. It's a lot of points every night to come on the foul line.
Talk about Frank Layden. You know what Layden said about Karl Malone? Reminds him of Jim Brown, the great football star. You know, the more you take a look at him with the muscle tone.
Well, Frank knows because we had to play against Syracuse twice a year for 4 years.
Byron Scott from the corner. We saw a bit of a trap defense by the Jazz there. Utah leading by 1, under 2 minutes to go in the first.
A lot of people don't realize that Jimmy Brown was a great basketball player as well as a sensational footballer.
Now Eaton goes in towards the hoop. Hansen finds him, but Eaton off his hands out of bounds. Another Utah turnover, and now the Lakers can regain the lead.
See, if I'm Jerry Sloan, I'm happy on all my post-ups because I'm getting the Lakers on my back and I'm getting a good shot opportunity.
Off the screen, Scott, now Cooper. Most of the reserves are in there now for the Lakers. Woolridge, Cooper, and Michael Thompson. And Cooper misses. He's been shooting better, by the way. You remember he struggled to a great degree, but he's found the range lately. Not that time.
Here we go. Go down.
Jim Les has played most of this quarter, surprisingly, at guard. You wonder whether anything's wrong with Stockton. Hook shot in the lane by Thurl Bailey, and Utah leads by 3. Hansen is guarding Cooper. They're collapsing around Worthy. Under a minute.
They're trying to run a double screen on the other side of the floor for Scott, but Utah played it well defensively. Now we have a one-on-one.
Good rotation by Utah's defense. The three-point shot missed by Scott out of bounds. Utah ball, they played that well.
Well, the last couple of times down the floor, they've done an excellent job forcing the perimeter shot. Here's a kick out. See, Jimmy Les is going to have to take that shot once in a while to keep the Laker defense, how should I say, honest. Now, they can get that pass down in there at any time.
Karl Malone. The Lakers were gambling. It was Scott who tried to tip the ball away, but they found Malone on the pick and roll, and the Utah Jazz have their biggest lead of the game, 5 points.
This group, Pat Riley, has been trying to get them into more of a motion type of an offense because you have a 3-second unit players. But they want more movement, more cutting to the basket, and less perimeter shooting.
Woolridge missed, and Michael Thompson the rebound. Jim Les with the foul. The Jazz are in the penalty. The Lakers have committed only 2 team fouls, and John Stockton will come back in the game for Utah. He spent most of this period on the bench. Here's Michael Thompson shooting 2. Thompson's another one of those players, Hubie, who Pat Riley says you don't measure by the numbers. He's an intangible kind of guy, and actually has played an average of 3 minutes more a game than Kareem.
Well, he likes Thompson, Green, and also Cooper. He calls them the intangible guys. They not only give you the defense, they give you the rebounding, they make the plays on the break. They're totally unselfish. Now, this is an interesting unit. They have 2 small guards, Stockton and Les in the game. And they've moved Hansen to small forward, Thurl Bailey at big forward, and Eaton at center.
Les
there it is.
To Hansen. The quickness paid off for the Utah Jazz. Great substitution move by Jerry Sloan. 2 seconds to go. And a foul as well.
Well, they anticipated the press that time. They got the press, and Jerry Sloan, excellent substitution, good strategy. He knew that if he could get over the top of the trap, that he could possibly get a 3-on-1 on the break.
Karl Malone, who went out of the game, comes back in. Hansen will go for the 3-point shot with 2 seconds to go. Foul was on Michael Cooper. Woolridge the rebound as time runs out in the first period. But the crowd starting to get active here at the Salt Palace.
Well, I have to be impressed by the Utah bench. Jim Les has done an outstanding job in getting the front court people in the game, plus the Utah bench 9-1 outscoring the Laker bench.
Led by Bailey with 5, Hansen coming in with 4. Inside now, into the ball game for the first time is Eric Lechner, giving Eaton a breather. He's the rookie from Wyoming, their top draft pick. 3 on the shot clock. Bailey fires it over Worthy. He's lucky to get the shot out. Hansen going out of bounds. Got the feed into Karl Malone. Great play by Hansen. Didn't work for Utah. Worthy on the break misses the layup. But if the Lakers get more of that, it'll pay off.
That was a bad pass. Tough angle shot.
Malone going in strong. The opposite way, the left side.
I'm very impressed with the offensive board play of the Utah Jazz. They're going in there, sacrificing their body and keeping the ball alive.
Malone has 16 to lead the Jazz. James Worthy with 10, the high scorer for the Lakers. Michael Cooper off the screen, misses over the top. Utah ball. Utah shot 74% in the first quarter. The Lakers only 48%, and the 6-point lead. That's not a big lead for that shooting.
No, I think that gets you a lead, though. And any lead.
Well, you know, that evens out quickly, doesn't it? Huh?
Every time someone catches the ball, Pat Riley is going, pass and cut through. He's trying to get the motion going at the other end of the floor.
The Stockton.
They're bringing Malone to the ball.
Hansen trying to get inside against Cooper. Post up, 7 on the shot clock. Malone finds Lechner, the rookie, tipped away by Woolridge, and here's Magic. Lechner's finding out what it's like to go against this kind of a team as Magic Johnson's foul going in. Hanson's foul, and AC Green will come back in for the Lakers. Here's Magic Johnson on the free throw line. Talk about a guy who's given everyone Christmas gifts in his career over the years.
He's just having an outstanding season. He's 11th in the league in scoring with 23 points. He's second in the league in assists with 13. And most important, he's third in the league on the foul line at 90%.
And he already has 6 assists, so he's halfway to his average game total. Jazz by 6. They're trying to post up Lechner inside. And they get away into the hands of Green. Now Magic Johnson. Lakers will try to cut the lead to 4. Trying to work in, post up against Stockton if he can. Cooper misses again. He's ice cold. Michael Thompson with the follow-up is good. Big offensive rebound for the Lakers.
See, anytime the Lakers reverse the ball, Dick, the open shot is there. They're not making the perimeter jump shot because Utah laying off them.
Worthy was the only one really hitting the outside shot.
See, on all this feeding into the post, if the passer would just get below the foul line extended, the angle is better.
Another turnover. That's the 9th of the game against the Jazz, and they get the ball right back. Leading by 4. Stockton guarded by Cooper. And now Malone and Magic Johnson have to be separated by Mike Matthews.
That all stemmed off of Magic dribbling down the floor. Malone stealing the ball from him, tapping the ball away. And when they both froze before Malone made the pass up the floor, we were following the flight of the ball. Now, see, this all happens after the ball went up over half court.
But what a combination of people you don't expect to lose their cool. Magic Johnson and Karl Malone.
Well, neither one of them is known as that type of a player, but neither guy is going to back down either.
Now let's see whether they call a double technical foul. Mike Mathis going over to the scorer's table.
Okay, Malone and Magic.
Both players cooling down, and of course this gives both teams a chance to cool down a bit.
Just a pushing foul.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul on each player, no technical foul, and they're going to give Utah the ball on the side.
In my opinion, there has been a double foul call.
A double foul has been called. Not a technical, just a double foul. So Malone has 2, and Magic picks up his first.
Here we have the replay of the incident with Magic. Here's Karl Malone running Magic down, tipping it away. Now watch as he catches the ball, how there's just a minor confrontation. Now, here's the pass. Now watch after this pass is made, Malone pushes. Now a little chicken fighting. There's a punch. Now back comes Malone with the hard push. And some harsh words.
All right, Mark Ivaroni has come in the game, replacing Karl Malone. So the front line is Ivaroni, Bailey, and Lechner. The rookie from Wyoming. It's Hanson and Stockton in the backcourt. The Lakers, Magic Johnson and Cooper at guard, Woolridge, Thompson, and Green up front. 9.5 to go in the first half. 4-point Jazz lead.
So they're looking to post up Lechner, but he's being fronted defensively
by Michael Thompson. And Stockton hits from outside, a 2-point basket. 5 points in the game for John Stockton. Hanson gave Magic a lot of trouble in the playoffs last spring, bumping him. Woolridge is open and hits the shot. Good movement by the Lakers that time.
See any offensive movement on the baseline, the player is open by 5 to 6 feet for the Lakers. The shot is there. They just got to get him the ball earlier.
Now Bailey is posting up. Woolridge is guarding him. 10 on the clock.
See, they're trying to get Lechner in the game, but Michael Thompson doing a nice job, Dick.
And before Green did a good job, and another Utah turnover. That's their 10th of the ball game. Jerry Sloan took over December 9th, and he admitted to us. He says, there's no way I'm going to have the same kind of relationship with the players that Frank Layden did. Different kind of guy.
Different type of guy, but he's been there. When he was at Chicago 2.5 years, his one team was second in the Central Conference and did a nice job in the playoffs.
Magic missing outside. Good rebound by Lechner. Utah, good defensive rebound. Stockton setting the pace, shooting over Johnson. He's finding the range. John Stockton with 7.
See, Stockton and Les can get that outside shot pick anytime they want it. Make the defense play them honest. That will open up the low post game.
6-point lead for Utah. Looking into Michael Thompson. Lechner won't let it happen. Magic goes in. That's what the Lakers could do to kill you at 6'9", point guard.
That's one of the very few times, though, in this game that we've seen a Laker go off the dribble into the lane.
Stockton comes back. He is red hot with 9.
Well, he took advantage of Magic Johnson falling to the floor that time, Dick. Very smart play by Stockton. He pushed it hard, opened himself up.
Timeout called by the Lakers, a 20-second timeout. John Stockton has scored 6 in a row, and Riley looks like he's a little bit more than perturbed in the huddle.
Well, he has a right to be. See, the transition defense isn't as tenacious as he'd like it to be. His half-court defense is excellent. They are doing a much better job now in fronting all of the low-post people. But I just want to say something. When low-post people get fronted defensively, you're trying to lob the ball over the guy's head. But you must make the pass below the foul line, and you'll have a better passing area.
You know, yesterday we were talking to Pat Riley. He was talking about how people think he has lost some weight. You know, the collar is a little looser than it's been. And I guess it's lonely at the top. I mean, he's coached how many world championships, and he's getting some heat unnecessarily.
Well, he only has the best one-loss winning percentage in the history of basketball. Only 73%, and yet people still can find fault.
Don't they always? Just under 8 minutes to go, first half. 40-34. The Jazz. AC Green. That was an air ball. Hansen saves it for Lechner.
Hansen is doing an excellent job, Dick.
Stockton going to the hoop, draws the foul. He was hit hard, but he's tough.
Whenever you play against a player of John Stockton's caliber, you must make him change direction with the basketball. You cannot allow him to keep the ball in his strong hand, meaning his right hand coming down the floor, because he's such a good scorer, he'll take you right to the hole.
Michael Thompson with his first foul. Karl Malone back in the lineup. He went out after that brief skirmish with Magic Johnson. He leads the Jazz with 16. 11 for Stockton. So 27 of Utah's 42 points have come from Malone and Stockton now.
Hansen is really working hard on Magic, bumping him and trying to take away the dribble.
Woolridge going up, and traveling call against Orlando Woolridge. And a Laker turnover. Jazz with an 8-point lead, matches their biggest of the game.
Here they come now. They're going to post up Malone again. Here's the back pick, bringing him down into the low post.
Six on the shot clock. Again, they can't find Lechner. Hansen driving in, trying to draw the foul. And let's see if it counts. No, the 24-second clock expired before Lechner stuffed, and it'll be Lakers ball.
Excellent call. Hansen keeps getting himself into a tough position. See, that was a very difficult shot.
There's the clock. No way.
No way.
Thurl Bailey getting off the Utah bench. They'll want his scoring. Bailey with 5, and now Kareem for the Lakers will check in.
I'm really impressed with Hansen, how much he's bodying Magic.
That's what helped the Jazz in the series last year. Lechner slapping foul on Michael Thompson. Non-shooting foul. Only the second team foul against Utah. So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will come in for the Lakers. And Thurl Bailey for the Jazz. And a timeout called by Utah. 6:41 remaining in the first half. Interesting, last night, and I know that you did this when you coached too, UB, he said he went back to his notes, even as far back as 1984, for pearls of wisdom, what to tell his club in a slump, the kind of slump they've been in.
Well, sometimes you become too repetitious, and you're looking for creative things which you did in other successful seasons. He went back to his notes from the games in 1984 to give himself a revitalization.
Michael Thompson goes up, batted away by Malone, still Lakers ball. James Worthy back in. He's the leading scorer for the Lakers. He's had a breather, has 10 points. And going out is AC Green. Worthy with a turnaround. He was the most effective perimeter shooting in the first quarter for the Lakers. Missed that time. Now the Jazz can open up a 10-point lead if they score. Nearly halfway through period number 2. Mark Eaton back in the game, setting up, take up high, as you see.
Little two-man basketball here.
Knocked away Cooper, one of the best defensive players, all over Hansen. It'll be Utah ball with 5 seconds to go. Malone going off balance, the biggest lead of the game for the Jazz, and Karl Malone now has 18. 44-34 Utah. Lakers won the one previous game by 21 points at the Forum early December against the Jazz. This is a far different game. Magic to Kareem, great pass in traffic by Magic.
That was a beautiful pass. Catching the center, trying to double team him, and finding Kareem going to the front of the rim.
But only the first points of the game for Abdul-Jabbar. 44-36. Hansen posting up against Cooper.
They're going to go to two-man. Nice move.
Hansen, good feed from Eaton, and the foul by Michael Cooper. They didn't give up when it wasn't there at first.
See, the play before down the floor, Malone went down in and pinned down. This time, Hansen just changed it. Instead of coming out towards the ball off the pick, he ran what we call a backdoor. Changed direction. Now that's a wily veteran. See, taking advantage of a defensive player who was trying to cheat that time to beat him to the spot.
Second foul on Michael Cooper. 46-36. They couldn't convert the three-point play.
In the big win down in L.A. early in the year, Magic Johnson just posted up Griffith and anyone else who played guard at will. But today he's having a tough time with Hansen.
Scott from the corner. And it's again, go back to last year's playoff when the Lakers won in 7 games. It was Hansen who caused Magic all kinds of problems throughout the series. Under 5 minutes to go in the half. Kareem playing Eaton tough. 9 on the shot clock. They double Malone. Stockton is wide open. He'll take a 3. It's blocked by Worthy. Got a piece of it. Return pass. Nice. Worthy had the height advantage over Stockton and was able to tip it to him. That kind of size of their team. It doesn't matter how they switch. They're all about the same size. Bailey with 7 points.
Up until now, the Lakers have not been able to push the ball hard up the floor in order after a easy transition basketball.
Darrell Griffith is returned, and a big hand for Bobby Hansen as he leaves the game. He has scored 6 points, but his defense on Magic Johnson have been big. Here's the trap by the Lakers.
First time today.
Malone, basket good, and the foul. Magic Johnson picked it up. 20 points already for Karl Malone.
That was an excellent call by the referee, Mike Mathis. You'll see they take the trap. They go over the top of the trap. Now here's Malone going. You see Worthy was not there. He was moving, and then that Jake Malone, sends it home.
Worthy's foul, not Magic's. And it's second personal on James Worthy. Karl Malone scored only 15 points the first time these teams have played. As Hubie mentioned, Malone has surpassed that. 51-40 Jazz, their biggest lead.
The Lakers lack the crispness, the real crisp cutting and passing.
They had it momentarily.
A little bit, maybe about 3 or 4 minutes, but we're not seeing anything off the dribble.
Sweeping hook by Magic Johnson. They don't need anything with that. Stockton penetrating down court, tipped away by Worthy. Still Utah ball. 3:20 remaining in the first half. Magic Johnson with 8 points. And he has 7 assists, but he's had to labor against Hansen's defense. But Hansen on the bench now. Let's see if Magic goes to work, and he already did.
See, that time, there was a switch. Worthy switched out on John Stockton. Bailey immediately took Magic Johnson right down into the low post area, and Magic tried to front him. Bailey wouldn't let him. Got the foul.
Second on Magic. 4th foul on the Lakers. 1 more, and they're in the penalty. Bailey setting a screen, pick and roll, and the ball thrown away. It'll be Lakers ball.
Well, I always try to tell young players, when you come off the pick and roll in the NBA, take 2 dribbles, and that creates an opening, and you can make an easier pass.
Utah, 13 turnovers already, and that's the same pace they had on their road trip. Magic going in, draws the foul.
We have a timeout. We have a timeout.
A lot of turnovers affected the Jazz in their 1-5 road trip. They're turning it over again today, but right now they're enjoying a 9-point lead over the Lakers as we take a timeout. Let's lead by 9. The Utah fans are out in force, and Hubie Brown, this is what he got for Christmas, the entire outfit he's got today. It looks real good, color coordinated, as well as Mr. O'Brien's sweater. Merry Christmas to you, Patrick.
I think I got Hubie's sweater. Merry Christmas, guys.
Thank you, Pat. I know we're going to see you again here at the table in the second half. Magic Johnson is on the free throw line. 8 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. He of the triple-double fame hits the free throw, and it's an 8-point Utah lead. What about the flow of the game right now? The Lakers now trailing by 7 points. Still very much with the way Utah turning it over.
Well, Utah, if they just wouldn't try to make pinpoint passes, try not to finesse things, make it all meat and potatoes, make the easy play.
Griffith now to Bailey, 6 on the shot clock. Eaton feeding back to Bailey. Kareem, good defense by Kareem, blocked off the baseline effect.
Bailey was behind the board that time. He had no chance to hit that one.
Steal by Stockton, intercepted Magic's pass. Here he goes. 13 points, 12 of his points have come here in the second period, and another. Here's
Stockton, great anticipation. He's been in the top 8 ever since he's been in the league in steals. He plays the passing lanes extremely well.
He was second league All-NBA last year. Worthy, this is what worked for the Lakers early in the game. Worthy wide open at the top, but now all the Lakers are missing perimeter shots.
They're all wide open, so you must take them, Dick. And the Jazz are going to sit back in there tight until they show that they can play the perimeter game.
2 minutes to go. Stockton, Kareem was with him. Just too much, and now the Lakers will try to cut the lead again to 7. Scott open and hits this time.
Magic Johnson made that look so easy. Drew 3 defensive players to him and found Scott.
Well, the 3 20-point scorers for the Lakers are all on mark now. Worthy with 12, Scott 11, and Magic with 10. Five on the shot clock. Darrell Griffith for a 3. Hits it.
That's his specialty.
Darrell Griffith with his 24th three-point basket to lead the Utah Jazz, and now they're up again by 10.
For many years, he was in the top 3 in the league.
Magic comes back. How many times did he do that to tie a game, win it, or send it in overtime this year? Amazing. That's what he's done. He's been a one-man gang down the stretch when they've needed him.
Magic 10 for 41 in the threes. 41 threes. That's a lot for him.
Under a minute to go in the first half. 7-point Jazz lead. Their biggest lead was 11. Stockton. Now we're getting the perimeter rainbows by both sides. Here's Worthy penetrating inside. Kareem with a 3. Oh, I kind of would have liked to have seen that going in. Griffith coming back inside. Eaton. He had Kareem there, but Eaton scores.
It's like we've been saying through this first half, Jerry Sloan is happy with his ball club on that offensive board.
17 seconds to go, and the Lakers can play for the last shot of the first half. Magic Johnson will set it going.
We're having a real wrestle there between Michael Thompson.
Magic Johnson with a hook shot in and out. That'll do it for the half. Merry Christmas thus far for the Utah Jazz. The end of the first half. Jazz lead the Lakers 60-49. Ivoroni and Karl Malone, Darrell Griffith with the ball, and John Stockton, the 5 in there for Utah. It's Byron Scott, Magic Johnson, A.C. Green, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and James Worthy, the same group that started the game starting the second half. Stockton trying to penetrate. 4 on the shot clock. Griffith has to fire up the shot. Not the best shot for him. Green the rebound.
Tough angle.
Magic guarded by Griffith. Scott in the paint. And Karl Malone limits the Lakers to one shot. Stockton lost the ball and gets it anyway. He has great hands. That helped him there.
Well, it's terrific footwork, Dick. He's excellent off the dribble, and he's very good on his first step before he gets into the dribble.
Biggest lead right now for the Jazz, 62-49, and Ivoroni fouls Worthy at the other end.
Now watch Stockton here go behind his back. See, there's his change right there. He picked it up beautifully off the bounce. Recovered with a very, very soft shot.
Ivoroni's foul is first of the game, first for the Jazz. 13-point lead early here in the second half.
This is what we thought we'd see a lot more of in the first half.
Eaton, look at the imposing figure Eaton is. No foul. It's still Laker ball, but look at the frustration.
Well, of course, James Worthy got hit that time only by 7 guys.
Eaton may not have been one of them.
James Worthy wasn't very happy.
They've called Eaton, some people have the human eclipse. We can see why. Stockton trying to fight through a screen to stay with Scott. Here's Kareem. Eaton blocks his first shot of the game. He leads the league with 101 coming in.
2 on the shot clock, so they'll get a 5 now. They'll get 5. They have to wait. Yeah, they're counting it down now.
They were on 6. They'll mark at 5. Mark Eaton has won the shot blocking title 4 times. Kareem goes up. Great hook shot, really, that one.
It's the first time we've seen him really extend today on the release of the shot.
Only his second basket, 4 points for Abdul-Jabbar, who went in averaging under 10 on the season. 11-point lead, Utah.
Oh, zone call here.
First illegal defensive call, yes, against the Lakers. That's a warning. Next time it's a technical foul.
If your player is above the top of the circle, you must be above the foul line area. And that time, 2 Lakers were caught below the foul line.
John Stockton, who scored 13 of his 15 points in the second quarter. Now Malone. Stockton inside 3-point marker. Tapped out by Eaton to Griffith. New clock for Utah. They lead by 11, trying to match their biggest lead early here in the period, 13.
Same play again, Dick. They're going to pin down, and it's 2-man game, Stockton and Malone. Here comes a pick and roll.
With 2 men. Green making a tough time with Malone. Can't get the ball. AC Green really doing a good job against Karl Malone. Ivoroni with 2 seconds on the clock hits. I guess that didn't come from the chalkboard, did it, Hubie?
1 on the shot clock when he released it.
64-51. Again, a 13-point lead. Magic Johnson swatted away. Eaton and Ivoroni came in quickly.
Eaton came from the top of the circle that time to double team Magic.
Kareem setting a screen for James Worthy. Going in the lane, and Worthy with a patented move. He's averaged over 21 a game, has 14. 64-53 Lakers, or Jazz, that is.
Stockton is pushing the ball very hard after Lakers scores. He's trying to get them to fall asleep.
Kareem giving Eaton all sorts of problems, and Stockton saved it. Riley doesn't believe he did.
4 seconds.
3 seconds. Stockton fires long range. Lakers defense has been good. Now they get the long rebound. Utah getting back defensively. Scott. And a foul, offensive foul against the Lakers.
Byron Scott knew it. Here's Riley yelling. He thought that the ball should have been the other way.
Scott's foul, his first.
Good call that time at the other end of the floor. Byron did not have a lane to go to the basket.
Lakers are trying to get their defense to get their offense working here. It looks apparent early in the second half.
Yeah, but when you give up 60 at halftime and you allow a team to shoot 68%, you know you don't have that real aggressiveness.
2-man game again. Griffith inside 3-time. Worthy. Game is stalled momentarily here on both ends. Worthy drives and scores the layup, filling the lane nicely.
Think about it. When was the last time that we saw that in this game? It's the first time that I can remember in at least 10 minutes that they had an advantage of a 4-on-3 fast break.
Again. Malone setting a screen on the switch. AC Green picks up Stockton, so Magic is on Malone. Eaton on the pass and the foul against the Lakers. At the conclusion of the game, Hubie Brown and I will select the Miller Lite Player of the Game, and in conjunction with the award, Light Beer will present a check in the amount of $1,000 to the United Cerebral Palsy Association in that player's name.
See, the reason why Kareem is upset, Dick, is that he fronted Eaton that time, and as the pass came, Eaton pushed off with the right forearm. Kareem thought it was an offensive foul.
2 on Kareem, each team with 1 team foul. Under 8 minutes to go, third period. Green has done a good job on Karl Malone here in this third quarter. Stockton forced that up, looking for the foul against Magic Johnson, and scores anyway. 19 for Stockton, just 2 behind Karl Malone, who leads with 21. Off a double screen, Byron Scott. Those are the shots the Lakers are going to have to hit to get back in.
Well, anytime they run Scott off that baseline, Dick, he's been open.
Loose ball. And they're going to call the foul against the Jazz.
That time when it went down the lane, here comes Thurl Bailey right now. When it went down the lane that time, Magic anticipated a pass, got a hand on it, and Stockton grabbed Magic by the arm.
Meanwhile, Stockton has picked up his third personal foul. Ivaroni goes out. Bailey, you saw, come in. So they're playing Stockton with 3 personal fouls, and Jerry Sloan took him out early in the game when he picked up 2. Taking a chance with him in there now. Magic.
Nice.
Kareem never had control, and the foul. That's what Stockton's complaining about.
See, every time that Magic Johnson comes off a pick set by Kareem, Eaton steps out and double teams him. And when I watch Kareem on the left side of your screen go to the basket here, and you'll see he's wide open. He's been open all night. Anytime they run that, it's automatic because Eaton knows that he must cut off the lane on Magic Johnson.
Foul was on Karl Malone, so Malone and Stockton each with 3 fouls. Bob Hansen checks into the game. So Stockton and Hansen stay in there. Green misses 1 of 2 free throws, but he hit the 2 big ones against the Pistons, didn't he, in Game 6?
He should. That's interesting. I was thinking the same thing.
Thurl Bailey going strong to the hoop. Worthy the rebound. 10-point Utah lead. Interesting that Stockton is guarding Magic, and Hansen, who normally has done a good job on him, is against Scott.
Oh, that just came down in that transition. See, Stockton turned around and was looking for help. He did not want this matchup.
Scott, open. Struggling, and he's been struggling on the road really lately on the trip.
Yes, he
has. Lead is 10. Great pass, Stockton to Malone, and a foul on Worthy. A lightning quick bounce pass from John Stockton. And a timeout coming up.
Give Malone a lot of credit on this. Watch this difficult right there. See, good catch, strong move. See, Malone is working hard, Dick. He's down in there and he's freeing himself with a lot of hard work.
With the Jazz leading by 10, almost midway through the third period, let's focus in on the Midwest Division. The Jazz got off to a good start, 8-2, and since then they have struggled thanks to the road trip. But Hubie, you look at a tight race with Houston on top.
Well, I like Houston. They're 13-3 at home, doing a real fine job. 3 new starters, but then again, Olajuwon having a sensational season.
Utah 14-12. They have lost 10 of their last 16 games.
But how about Denver on Monday? Hanslick and Vincent come back, and that's a ball club. That 2 proven players going to give them a real shot in the arm.
Jerry Sloan taking over for Frank Layden. What are the problems in coming in for a guy like Layden? I mean, Sloan has been a very integral part of the coaching staff coming in.
Well, everything you read and everyone you talk to, Jerry, Frank allowed Jerry a lot of freedom in setting up the practice sessions, running things, and having a major say. But the personality of the team was Frank Layden's. Jerry feels that, honestly, that the spirit of the team and the personality will not change for a season. And Jerry will, slowly get in his thinking, his philosophies, coordinated with what Frank Layden has accomplished.
Karl Malone on the line, and I notice on the back of his shoes the word Frank on both heels. Frank for Frank Layden. They 2 have been very close.
Well, he felt that Frank went out on a limb, took him on the 13th pick on the first round, and in 3 years, here he is, all NBA, second team.
13, huh? A lot of people are shaking their heads now. Magic with a hook shot. Eaton keeps it alive to Hansen. That's where the 7-4 paid off for the Jazz. They can open up their biggest lead of the game with a field goal here with just under 6 minutes to go in the third period. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown, hope you're having a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday wherever you're watching this.
The Cream is doing a nice job denying Eaton the ball coming back to the top.
Worthy staying with Bailey. Again, here's Eaton. 3 on the shot clock. And the shot was taken in time. Now, it wasn't much of a shot, though. And here come the Lakers. They've missed their last shots, and Magic Johnson is fouled inside.
See, that time Eaton's a little exasperated. Technical foul on Karl Malone called by the referee. See, Eaton, he had his back to the play that time as Magic came down the line. The reason being that he was trying to get to Kareem and not give Kareem a good post-up. Malone is upset because he didn't think that they really got Magic.
Magic hits the free throw. He is the leading free throw shooter for the Lakers on the year at 91%. Makes the technical. Now we'll go to the line and shoot 2. And has a chance to tie Worthy for the Lakers' scoring lead in the game. Trails only Oscar Robertson in the all-time NBA assist leadership.
Well, you know, that's a great tribute to Magic, but how about Oscar Robertson when you start talking about where he is in scoring? That he could give up that many assists.
That's right. Well, you talk about, they didn't keep triple-doubles at Oscar's day.
That's right.
Malone goes up quickly, draws the foul, and he'll shoot with 5:22 to go. Let's take a look now at the back of the shoes of Karl Malone, a tribute to Frank Layden.
Well, Karl made the statement that if Frank Layden last year when the rumblings came that he might go to Miami, that he actually wanted to go with Frank. He feels Frank not only a fatherly figure, but the guy who has really, you know, encouraged him and motivated him to work harder on his game to be an all-pro player.
Eaton now setting a screen for Hansen. He can't get out of Hansen's way.
Plenty of time.
6 on the shot clock. Eaton now with 3 baskets in the game, but they've all come at big times for the Jazz. 70-59 Utah. Under 5 minutes to go in the third.
It's like the left side of the building is moving. It's that shot.
It can't be the snow outside. Kareem defends him well, and a short sky hook. Stockton down the other way. Hansen, great pass to Malone, and a foul. But it was the quick passing from Stockton to Hansen to Malone that'll set up 2 more.
See, Hansen had his own shot that time. AC Green trying to hustle and stop the play. Watch this touch pass right there. Yes, indeed. Magic tried to, you know, give his body that time. There's Magic Johnson up for an MVP possibly this year. Going to sacrifice his body down 10, and he was going to take the charge that time. Beautiful touch pass by Hansen.
Foul was on Byron Scott. Karl Malone with 23 points. Hits the first free throw. Michael Thompson has come in and replaced Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who goes out with 5 points. So it's Thompson, Worthy, and Green up front. Magic and Scott at guard for the Lakers. Lakers lost 4 in a row on the road. That's the longest losing streak since Pat Riley became head coach of the team before they beat Sacramento 2 nights ago at home.
Well, he's concerned about the low shooting percentage of the team, and then also that the opposition was shooting over 50%, and we're seeing it here again today.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. Worthy gets it to Magic again. Scott continues to have a rough time, wide open from the field, and it'll be Jazz ball, last touch by the Lakers. Byron Scott is really having a rough afternoon. He has missed his last 4 shots. And on the game, he is 5 for 14. Winding down to 4 minutes to go in the third. With Michael Cooper off the Laker bench.
See, they have to get Malone in the game offensively.
3-second violation against Utah. Turns it over. Michael Cooper will come in.
Lakers substitution, Michael Cooper for AC.
And AC Green goes out. So what is this substitution with a big guy going out, Cooper in?
Well, he's trying to go to a quicker ball club. He has Cooper up front now, and it'll be interesting to see who he plays from a defensive standpoint.
Malone, it will be guarding Cooper and actually sloughing off Michael. Thompson setting a screen. Hooper trying to shuffle it to Michael Thompson. Look at that great hustle by Malone.
Yeah, a great hustle by Malone. Big collision in the lane area with Thurl Bailey and Cooper away from the ball that time. Lakers want a timeout right now, Dick. Pat, this is the group that Pat wants to open up the quickness in the set half-court offense. Let's see some movement. Let's see people off the dribble. Every time Eaton steps out, make the pass to the free man.
72-59 here at Salt Lake City with the Jazz leading. So Pat O'Brien sits down at the table with us and says, do you know what we're going to do right here? And both of us say no.
I have some Christmas presents for you guys. Right up here, you can see them. But first thing I want to show you is a graphic. This isn't your present. But the surprise team in the Central Division, and if not the entire league, is Cleveland at 18-5, the best record in the league. We know all those other cities. We've been to Detroit, Atlanta, Milwaukee, Chicago, Indiana. So I got you guys the encyclopedia of Cleveland history and the pocket guide to Cleveland. And you can see such things in there as, for example, Cleveland is the home of the creators of Superman. There'll be a quiz on these books in April, May, and Cleveland hopes June.
And you know what? We're going to be in Cleveland, too, and we're looking forward to it because those fans are terrific there, and we're happy, Hubie, that the Cleveland Cavaliers are really right back at Lenny Wilkins and Wayne Embry.
They've done a great job.
We'll be well read, too.
Yeah. Thank you, Pat. Thank you very much. Start getting those questions ready for the quiz. Lakers inbounding, 72-59. Hubie, before we left the commercial, just 1 second on the clock. They got it off in time. Good catch there. You know, Riley wants something to get going because the Lakers are like in molasses and just can't break this 13, 11, 10-point deficit that they've been facing most of this game.
Well, people say, well, you know, they're not pushing hard after Utah scores, but they're not even pushing hard when they do get a transition opportunity. They're too far, few and far between. They just don't have any rhythm.
Illegal defense against the Lakers. That's a technical foul, and the Jazz will shoot. It should be brought out, and you look at Pat Riley's frustration is that the Lakers, after tomorrow night when they play at Phoenix, will have played 19 of their first 27 games on the road. That is amazing.
Well, they're 8-0 at home, and they're second to Detroit in wins on the road. They have 9. Now, only a great team could do that.
Look at this. You're right. 8-0, 9-8. You can see how the numbers drop when they're on the road. 17 road games to only 8. That's going into today's action, and so they've got 2 more road games. And Pat Riley said that it's the worst he's ever experienced. But you know what? It's going to balance out the other way pretty soon.
Well, of course, they do not have to go east again. Both of their trips are completed now, so they can kind of sit out in the eastern area.
Bailey misses the shot after hitting the technical. Hustles for the loose ball. The Jazz right now with their biggest lead of 14. Jim Less in the game. He had 5 assists in the first quarter. Backing up John Stockton.
He really brought him back because he got the ball to the post-up people. Did an excellent job.
Malone in the lane with 5 seconds. Hits the shot. A 16-point Utah lead, and Karl Malone now with 27 points. Nearing a season's average. Worthy out to Scott. Scott, who has scored 6 points since the first quarter, finally hits an open jumper.
James Worthy would have taken that to the basket against anyone else in this league. And just the presence of Eaton 5 feet away from him got him to pass out.
In the trap.
In the trap. Now it'll be interesting to see what they give up here. See, they're not even playing Eaton up here. They don't have to play him. Just lay off him. They don't even have to go out and trap.
6 on the shot clock. Jim Less driving around looking for help, and they're not going to get it off in time. Out of bounds. And it's Laker ball. So just before Hansen fired it up, he stepped out of bounds. Jerry Sloan telling his team he got across. So it's the Lakers now. Orlando Woolridge has come in the game now.
Taking out Magic Johnson.
Magic goes out, having scored 16 points. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Now this group struggled in that second quarter for the Lakers.
Scott misses. Byron Scott wants to get his rhythm. That's why he's got to take those shots from outside. Out of bounds. It's still Utah ball, and Eric Lechner checks in. Eric Lechner, the 17th pick in the draft out of Wyoming, and Eaton gets a hand as he leads. 9 rebounds. He's the game leader.
Thurl Bailey looking good
points
today.
Look at Riley. You think he sees the picture? 16-point lead. We're going to call a foul against the Lakers. Offensive foul. Ball against Michael Thompson.
He nailed Jimmy Les that time away from the ball. Les was trying to play his man on a cut. Michael Thompson got him with both forearms. Here's the trap again.
Lakers have scored only 12 points here in this third quarter. Thurl Bailey. Air ball. Lechner. Blocked by Woolridge. Fine play by Woolridge on the rookie. Stopped going to the hoop. And a two-shot foul called against Jim Les.
Good foul. Good foul that time. You're not going to let someone go in uncontested. Good foul that time by Jimmy Les. At the other end of the floor, Dick, there are different ways of playing the half-court trap. Some guys play the half-court trap. They go for every kind of steal, and they want the shot block. The Lakers are more conservative. Their trap is tighter. They're trying to get you to take the corner jump shots. But you've got to get back in and rebound.
Mark Iavaroni will replace Karl Malone. Malone will get a hand, goes out with 27 points. What a luxury it is for Jerry Sloan in a late third quarter situation against the Lakers to be able to take Malone out.
Well, you know, in the papers today, everyone was asking the key people, Stockton, Bailey, Malone, what do you think of today's game? And they keep saying today's game is big because if we can get the Lakers, everyone will forget about the loss at Miami, forget about the road trip, because we have 3 straight home games.
Hansen gone in, foul. And you're right, it's the kind of game both teams really had a hunger for because the Lakers have been frustrated with their road losses.
Well, every player to the man that was quoted in today's papers in a number of articles, they were excited about the fact that the game was on national television. They crave the identity factor. They want the people to know that they really do have a good ball club, and they have 3 big quality players here in Malone, Stockton, and Thurl Bailey.
Michael Thompson picked up his 3rd foul. No one has really been in any kind of foul trouble in this game except for Stockton, who picked up 2 early ones. And Jim Les did a good job off the bench.
Excellent job. Because at that time, they needed to keep going to Malone, and he kept finding him with good passing.
16-point lead, matching the biggest of the game for the Jazz with 41 seconds to go in the period.
When we talked yesterday, Dick, with Jerry Sloan, he was so concerned about his half-court defense that they were not double-teaming, not triple-teaming, and then getting back when the postman would pass out of those situations. Today, they are so quick, and they're getting their hands on all kinds of passes.
Woolridge misses. The other thing that Jerry Sloan was talking about was the bench. He talked about at the top of the game the inexperience of the bench. They've outscored the Lakers 18-5, and a guy like Jim Les maybe having one of his best games of the year.
Yes, and we cannot, and we must, Bailey's always there right. You have to underline what Hansen has done today. He's given them a quiet confidence. Spread the trap out. Okay, take it from side to side.
Thurl Bailey trying to go in for the smash. It was deflected, and now it'll be Laker ball.
Boy, I'll tell you, that was some extension by Thurl Bailey. He goes to the hole. Watch the leap here, but here comes Michael Thompson with the hand.
Great play.
Great.
Michael Thompson.
I'm sorry.
Bailey has hit just one of his last 5 baskets and playing for the last shot of the Lakers. Seven seconds.
Good clear out.
Woolridge working against Iavaroni. Double team. Cooper will try a 3 at the buzzer and hit. Michael Cooper, and if there's nothing that would really spark a Laker 4th quarter surge, it would be that 3-point shot by Cooper. And that's the end of the third period with the score. The Jazz 79, the Lakers 67. Bailey, who plays the tuba and the trombone and sang at Darrell Griffith's wedding a couple of years ago. A talented fella.
He does it very big here in the NBA.
It's off the bench and leading scorer. We have start the 4th quarter, and it's 79-67. Utah on their way to sending the Lakers down to defeat. What could bring the Lakers back? Why is Utah in front all the way here?
Well, first of all, the Utah has been able to establish a low post game at will, and now they are also hitting their perimeter shots. But the Lakers must make it happen defensively, and let's see some transition basketball.
Foul on Lechner on Michael Thompson. Keep in mind that the period ended on Michael Cooper's three-point shot, so it'll be interesting to see whether the Lakers continue that momentum.
Yeah, but see, Utah is still shooting over 60% for the game, so, you know, the Lakers have got to cool them down.
Defense. Pat Riley has not been pleased with it. Worthy, top of the key. Tipped, and Ivoroni has it. Stockton, 2-on-1 break with Bailey against Cooper, and Cooper fouls John Stockton.
See, you can't let a dribbler on a fast break keep the ball in his strong hand. And that time, John Stockton was able to dribble the ball with his right hand right to the basket that time. And Coop knows better. You know, he's sitting there saying, "Listen, Yubi, come on, will you stop it already? I've been on the all-defensive team 7 years in a row."
I was considering saying that too, but I was just a thought, you know. Stockton and the whistle. We have a lane violation going against Utah. So credit Stockton with just one free throw. We're going to bring Darrell Griffith in now. Keep in mind, Hansen has played a fine game defensively, especially against Magic Johnson for a while, but as Hubie Brown mentioned, coming back from a broken hand, his conditioning isn't just right yet.
And he's been working very hard, and I'm talking about the physical bumping with Magic, you know, through the ball game.
Lechner with his second quick foul of this period. Already, the Utah Jazz have 2 team fouls, and Lechner has 3 in the game.
Yeah, see, Lechner keeps getting caught, Dick. He's gambling all the time on the pass into the post, and that's rookie mistakes. You have to realize that these guys are bigger and stronger.
Worthy got it over Bailey. James Worthy, great quickness, 18 points for James Worthy.
Now this is where Utah must spread the Lakers out and not allow them to rally by turning the ball over or taking some air balls.
Woolridge blocks Lechner out of bounds. They're going to bring Karl Malone back in quickly. He is the leading scorer in the game with 27. And Mark Ivoroni goes out. So Magic Johnson is in there now. So it looks like if the Lakers are going to make a move, they've got to do it now.
Well, they gave Worthy a blow.
Down by 11 to the Jazz.
So they have their second unit in there with Magic and Scott.
Stockton for 3. Rebound, Michael Thompson.
This is what you want out of your trap.
Scott in the corner to Cooper. Stockton all over. Posting up is Woolridge. And Michael Thompson with Lechner. The Magic with a fake goes right around Bailey and feeds Michael Thompson in the foul. It was the fake that did it against Thurl Bailey for Michael Thompson.
Here comes Mark Eaton coming in. Now you see anytime that Magic Johnson goes down into the lane here, you'll see everyone converges to the ball. So the post people for Utah, must understand that when you make that commitment to the ball, your man is going right to the front of the rim.
Lechner's 4th foul goes to the bench, and as you mentioned, Eaton is in there now. Michael Thompson with the free throws, and it's 80-71, 9-point lead. Lakers not in the trap right now. Griffith intercepted by Magic Johnson, and here comes Woolridge. He's got Scott on the wing, lost control. Tried to do it himself. That's been the problem with Woolridge since he's joined the Lakers.
That was a bad choice because they had plenty of time on the shot clock, and he did not have control.
Tries to do the spectacular, and that's one of the things Pat Riley wants to drum out of him. Meanwhile, the Jazz with a 9-point lead, traveling call against Utah. Lakers with another chance to come back.
Utah's becoming a little unglued here right now.
And the Lakers, who have been here so many times in these situations, ready to pounce. There's no risk. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown at the Salt Palace. Interesting, Hubie, that Utah shooting has come down a bit, and the Lakers right around 44. Worthy and Malone, the leading scorers of the game. An important juncture here with Utah's lead 9. At one point, they had a 16-point lead.
Yeah, but as soon as the Lakers went all out to the 1-3-1 half-court trap, they're getting what they want Utah to do, and that is shoot the corner jump shot, shoot the three-point shot way out past the top of the circle. Now, what is happening is that for the first time in this game, the Utah shooting percentage is under 60%.
Which is not surprising. How many teams stay above 60 for a whole game?
And then let's look at the Lakers, 44%. The Lakers are only one of 2 teams in this league, the Lakers and the Chicago Bulls, who are shooting as a team over 50% for the season.
Well, they want the teamwork. Orlando Woolridge remains in the ball game, and the rest of the team. Steve Garvey is here watching. Great star with the Dodgers and the Padres. Here's Michael Thompson against Eden. Lost control. And it's still Lakers ball. No. They changed it. It'll be Utah ball on the line.
See, Michael Thompson wanted a deflection that time off the back up under the stanchion. He thought that they did get a piece of that ball. I was just interested that they went so quick to the basket. They needed a good shot opportunity that time.
Lakers with their trapping defense. It'll take some time off the clock. Malone with 7 on the shot clock.
See, they're going to get a tough shot here.
Malone with 4 seconds. He was left wide open, though. Malone was left open. He's got 29.
See, they gambled and trapped Griffin coming off it at that time, and he had the presence to make the pass.
Off the screen is Scott, batted away by Stockton. Here's Griffith. It's a 3-on-1 break for Utah. Touch pass back to Griffith. Nothing. Scott out to Magic. Stockton knocks it away from Magic Johnson to Eaton. He is all over the court. Feeding Bailey. Big basket for Utah. Big one. Because the Lakers were on a roll.
See, the last 2 field goals are the type that really ignite the crowd, the sellout crowd.
And John Stockton made it happen, coming from nowhere. Cooper misses a 3. And Karl Malone grabs another rebound.
See, Jerry Sloan wants them to push the ball hard because he wants to capitalize on the fact that the Lakers, they've got their heads down here a little bit right now. 1 or 2 more field goals if the Lakers get shut out, could mean it all.
13-point lead for Utah. Nearing 8 minutes to go. And an offensive foul called against John Stockton.
Here we have Magic. Watch Stockton come into the picture here and get a piece of it as he runs by.
And on the other end, Bailey. Meanwhile, Stockton has picked up his 4th personal foul.
It's interesting, Dick, that Bailey and Malone have missed very few open jump shots.
Can't say the same for the Lakers. AC Green misses an open shot there. Just can't afford to miss those. Stockton penetrating. Wide open, Darrell Griffin. 7:40 remaining in the 4th period. The Lakers are down by 13. They cut it to 9. Cooper beating Michael Thompson on the pick and roll again.
There's no way that Eaton can cover the dribbler off that pick and roll and then expect to recover back and pick up his man.
Here's the trap. And Eaton coming in baseline. Oh, good, and a foul. They found him.
This is a man Mountain Dew dunk. Watch this.
Sellout crowd at the Salt Palace, the smallest arena in the NBA. 12,444. A 3-point play by Mark Eaton and an 87-73 lead for the Utah Jazz. Cooper fouled by Malone. Michael Cooper hits the first free throw. Karl Malone and John Stockton each have 4 personal fouls in the game. But the way this game is right now, with 7:03 to go, that's not a big factor.
Jerry Sloan is hardly even thinking about that.
Trap again.
See, there's still plenty of time. You're right under 7 minutes, and you're only 12 down.
Last touch by the Lakers. Utah with 8 seconds to go to try the shot. Griffith goes for 3. Green the rebound. Here's Worthy. Eaton guarding the middle. See the big 53. Tough to go in against him. Worthy does. Malone had it. Lost it. Now Stockton. Griffith fills the lane and is hit by AC Green. Got a hard a shot as anyone has taken in this game.
Well, AC didn't want to give him the layup because
Yes.
Darryl is really very talented at going to the basket.
Timeout call. Question is, do the Lakers have anything left for a run? We'll find out. The classiest gentleman in the NBA, in fact, just about all the Lakers are really, is Michael Cooper. Another one of those players, Hubie, where you measure him with the intangibles. You know, he's been all defensive team, not numbers, and it's good that his shooting has been up in the last 8 games. A little cold today, but his shooting has been over 50% in the last 8 coming into this game.
Well, you know, you kind of have a tendency to forget that he's been in this league 11 years. You know, when they come off the bench, they're coming off with Cooper 11 years, Michael Thompson 10 years, Orlando Woolrich is in his 8th season. They're coming off with a lot of experience.
But the Lakers depend on the big three of Worthy, Magic, and Scott. And since the first quarter of the game, Worthy and Scott have only 3 baskets apiece. And that's not going to get it done for the Lakers, who need scoring from all 3. And makes 1 out of 2. 88-75 in favor of Utah with 6:15 to go in the 4th period.
Well, remember Pat Riley's statement, they are in transition offensively, their philosophy. And that means that when they pick you out as one of the key guys, you've got to do it most nights. You must get the job done. Big numbers.
Magic has done it most nights.
Yes.
Not that time, though, and 6 minutes to go in this game. Eaton, 12 rebounds, playing a lot better than he did in the Forum in the earlier meeting when the Lakers blew out the Jazz. There's the shot clock you see on the left side. Malone rushed it up, and Worthy the rebound. Can cut it to 11 with a basket here, the Lakers. Magic guarded by Griffith. No one doubling on Magic. Johnson goes in.
Magic's upset.
Looking for the foul. Nothing doing. Feed from Stockton to Griffith. And the rebound by Michael Thompson. Malone again.
That's just sheer brute strength.
That's the weights. That's the one thing. When he came out of Louisiana Tech, people wondered whether he could play strong for 48 minutes. The weights have really helped him, plus that heart, the desire. Magic fouled inside. Jazz in the penalty.
Well, Cooper deflected this shot, and then Malone gets the rebound. Now watch the strong move. Here he goes. You see, just pushed off that time. Laid a paw. Just laid the paw very easily in the chest of Michael Thompson and put him away.
Magic hits the first free throw. Hansen comes back in, and his assignment will be Magic Johnson. 18 for Magic Johnson. Worthy also 18. Scott 15, but keep in mind all 3 of those are averaging over 20 points a game.
Seeing a trap here, they do not have to go out after Eaton. They can just fake that and try to trap down and even Hansen.
Baseline miss. Bailey with the follow-up. Offensive rebounding for the Utah Jazz.
You can't say it enough, Dick. They're just really hurting them, and they have since right in the first quarter. When they go up and miss, they go get that ball.
92-77. The lead is 15. Magic Johnson, he's gone cold from the field. Lakers get it back on the deflection. Magic feeds Michael Thompson. Time beginning to run out on the Lakers, who trail 92-79. Lakers are trying to stay above 500 on the road. If they don't win here, they'll be 9-9 on the year. Unbeaten at home. Bailey over Green, and the Jazz look like they're not going to be faulted today.
Well, against the trap, if they don't hit the shot, they're doing such a great job of getting the second shot and putting it in.
Magic has missed his last 6 shots. Double team. Green blocked by Mark Eaton.
Nice.
Bailey on the feed.
Here you have Eaton. Watch, he doesn't even leave his feet. Just takes that one away, causing a 3-on-1 fast break. Beautiful head fake by John Stockton.
And Thurl Bailey has 18 off the bench. 96-79, the Jazz headed for a victory. These fans have already forgotten the loss to the Miami Heat. The Utah Jazz leading the world champion Lakers 96-79, 3.5. There's Barbara Layton, and behind her is Frank. They're all enjoying what's going on here thanks to some great stars on this team. As we mentioned, Hubie, including the fine point guard John Stockton, who has 20 points and 7 assists today.
Well, John Stockton, everyone knows that he's leading the league in assists, and he's right there in steals, and he's reached the notoriety. But last year in the playoffs, 20 assists in a game were only recorded 4 times. He did it twice against the Lakers, 20 assists. Magic got 20 once against Dallas, and then Doc Rivers 1 time against Boston.
Pretty good.
Hey, now that's putting some big numbers up there, and against the Lakers yet.
Lakers, by the way, have scored only 30 points in the second half. Traveling against LA. So the road woes will continue for the Lakers, who lost 4 in a row on the road prior to their victory at home against Sacramento. The only thing the Lakers can try to do is trap defensively. It worked against the Jazz in their recent road trip, but it looked like they've handled it today.
Oh, they're just spreading them out nicely. There it is. You see, when you're trapped, the toughest thing when you're a coach or the other 4 guys on the floor, that you work the clock down to 1, 2, or 3 seconds and someone fouls.
David Rivers is going to come in the game. He was the only draft pick by the Lakers this year, 25th and last pick, and he has seen some early action. Has played the first half in each of the last 2 games. Rookie from Notre Dame, one of the most courageous fellows you will ever meet, replaces James Worthy, who goes out of the game having scored 18. Another tough afternoon for Pat Riley, who faces a road game tomorrow night in Phoenix, but I think those home games are going to be just what the doctor ordered for the Lakers coming up January.
Well, Pat, what you said at the top of the show, very concerned about their defense and their lack of defensive rebounding, because they get out in that transition game off of turnovers and 1 shot, get out on the break.
Bailey with 20 points, half of them coming in the 4th quarter. Byron Scott with the jumper, 98-81, under 3 minutes to go.
See, with Mark Eaton out here, they know all they have to do is throw him the ball. He can hold it over his head, and they're not going to take it away. So that exasperates your ball club.
Pass Aaron under the basket. Now the Lakers coming back with 2.5 to play. Michael Thompson from the corner. The Lakers could have used some of those open jumpers earlier in the ball game, and they got into a hole.
The perimeter shots are coming too late, Dick.
Rivers is on Stockton. Getting close to the 2-minute mark. Another turnover. Rivers, some good moves inside.
Pretty.
Fine move by rookie David Rivers. And Jerry Sloan wants a quick timeout. It's a 13-point lead, but with the 3-point shot, no lead is ever safe, is it? Although I think the Jazz are in control of this game. And we'll take a break with 2 minutes and 1 second to go in the Salt Palace. Let's go back a bit to the Lakers and Pat Riley in the transition offense with Kareem reaching, the sunset of his career.
Yeah, but, last night he told us that he really wanted to get him back into the main flow of things, Dick, because he felt when the team was at its best, they were getting 60% of their scoring in the low post, 40% outside. But in the last 8-10 games, it's been in reverse, 60% and outside. And he knows that does not get the job done down the line, playoff time.
Time remaining in the game. Thurl Bailey with 22 points, having hit that shot. Malone couldn't control, 100-85, and if this isn't a far cry from the loss to the Miami Heat the other night, the Jazz scored only 80 points, and that was their lowest point total in 100 games. They've forgotten that one. Now, Rivers working against Stockton with a jumper. Rivers has looked good against John Stockton.
Well, he's made 2 great moves off the fast break. The time he went there on a wraparound behind his back to get the shot, and that time right there, that was beautiful. Nice move.
Cooper knocks it out of bounds. It's still Utah ball. Malone with 31 points, the game high scorer. Right now, none of the 3 Lakers who averaged 20 a game have hit 20 points in this game. Going in, a thorough Bailey. Long range by Bailey. Thompson out to Scott. Narrowing it to a minute to go in this game. 13-point Utah lead. Another rebound for Malone. He's got 12.
Yeah, I look at their ball club now, Dick, and Jerry Sloan and his old sidekick,
Phil Johnson.
They know that they must develop an eighth man. They have Bailey and they have Hansen, but they've got to get that third guy to come in that can make a heavy contribution.
And look at Stockton still hustling with the game in the pocket. John Stockton fighting for it.
3-5.
And we have a stoppage of the clock. Mike Mathis is over at the scorer's table.
Well, he's questioning the 24-second clock.
Shows 15 right now and 30 seconds in the game.
Yeah, kind of, almost impossible for it to be at 15.
He has a big lead, but look at Stockton go after it anyway.
Well, it's nice. It's nice to see, but this young man, that's how he's played. You know, people forget way back when he was in college at Gonzaga, he played on the starting unit with 4 guys over 6'8". I'm pretty sure they were all 6'8" or 6'10". And he would just get in the middle of the fast break and fly and kick the ball out to these people. And you got to give Frank Layden a lot of credit. He has really picked some guys here that have bloomed. You think about it. He took a chance on Stockton, Earl Bailey. They took Griffith early that time, when they took him second. They get Eaton on the 4th round. They get Hansen on the 3rd round. And then for the young kids, Ortiz and also Lechner, they're looking for the development with them in the next couple of years.
What about Karl Malone? I mean, people had questions about Karl Malone, and he has got a great shot to be an MVP.
Wait a second, you mean to tell me we're not one of those guys that knew that he was going to do this?
Oh, yes. Let me look. Stockton's foul going in. Yeah. Well, I always knew.
Yes.
I knew. I didn't understand why he wasn't one. John Stockton. This is a very happy crowd here at Salt Lake City on Christmas Day. They have braved the snows, although out here it doesn't take much to brave the snows. They have a lot of it. And a great winter wonderland in Utah and in the whole Salt Lake City area with all the great ski resorts. And they packed it again today. Christmas Day game against the Lakers. And, earlier this week I was skiing up in the mountains and they said, we bought our tickets in August for this game.
Dick, this is their 13th home game of the year. They've sold out 12 times. It's nice.
Yes. 21 for Stockton, 22 for Bailey, and 31 for Karl Malone. And I still got to say, Hansen's work against Magic Johnson in the second quarter looms large.
And also Jimmy Les coming off and taking control of the ball club when Stockton got in foul trouble and set up the low post power game.
That'll do it. The Jazz win it on Christmas Day.